It's Films and Fermentations 100th episode.
Happy 100th episode to Films and Fermentation.
Hey guys, it's Jason and Kathy from All Hallows Eve podcast. We wanted to say congratulations on hitting that amazing milestone.
So here's to another 100 episodes of talking shit about movies.
While getting shit-faced.
Cheers!
Oh, hey, Films and Fermentation bros. This is Brandon from Interdimensional RSS. I just want to say congratulations for 100 episodes, which is absolutely amazing. It's a huge accomplishment, a huge achievement, and the three of you should really, really be proud of yourself. If you weren't proud of yourself before I said that, then this is a good reminder to do exactly that. To be proud of yourself. Have a drink. Watch a movie, maybe talk about a movie, maybe record a podcast about it. Well, anyways, you should be proud. Okay, bye.
Hello, Kevin, Mike, and Leo. Donald here from the You, Me, and a Movie podcast. I just wanted to give you guys a quick congrats on your 100th episode. Films and Fermentation has become a weekly staple on my podcast playlist. I also want to thank you for your continued support of not just You, Me, and a Movie, but to all of our indie podcast sisters and brothers. So congrats again, and thanks for the amazing content. Here's to 100 more.
Hey, Leo, Mike, Kevin. This is Chris from Today We Laughed and Learned. Deb and I want to raise our glasses to you guys on releasing 100 episodes. That's a lot of film, and that's a lot of fermentation. So keep up the great work, guys, and here's to 100 more.
Oh. Hey, everybody, welcome to Films and Fermentation. Hey, in case you missed it in that opening message, this is our 100th episode.
Is it our 100th episode?
It's our 100th episode. Welcome to Films and Fermentation, a movie and alcohol podcast. I'm Leo.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Mike.
We're three friends who like to talk shit about movies while getting shit-faced, and we've done it a lot over the last 100 episodes.
100 episodes?
100 episodes. I was going to sing some Shania Twain on that one. You know, looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby.
I will remember you.
Man.
We're going off the rails already, boys.
Still going strong. Yeah, that's right. 100 episodes. A special thank you to all the listeners out there and the members of our independent podcast family for all your support. It's because of you that we've made it this far. And trust us, there's a lot more to come.
It's your fault. It's all your fault.
It's all your fault.
Thank you.
Kevin
Thank
has
you
to
very
give up
much.
his Thursday nights for this shit. Yeah, we have some big things
Thank
coming
you
in the
very much.
future. We have another guest spot soon. We have the Jason Kathy from All Hallows Eve is going to be making a guest spot on our show in a couple weeks or so. We'll see. And then some new episodes coming up later. You know, all the stuff that have made us the best podcast about films and fermentation out there.
Like a well-oiled machine.
Like a well-oiled machine. I am so good at reading the script that I wrote. Obviously not.
Do you know where you're at on the script you wrote yet?
Yeah, I think I am. So join us as we celebrate episode 100 with a look at the top 100 films of the AFI. That's the American Film Institute. Don't forget to drop us an email at filmsandfermentation@gmail.com or visit linktree.com/filmsandfermentation to find all of our social media and podcast links. Don't forget, we are on Patreon if you'd like to support the show, and we have a merchandise store at teespring.com. Get some Films and Fermentation merch out there. And we've recently switched hosting platforms to Buzzsprout. Let me tell you a little bit about Buzzsprout. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners. The team at Buzzsprout is passionate about helping you succeed. Join over 100,000 other podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get the message out to the world. We started using Buzzsprout recently, and it's been a game changer for us. All new analytics, new ways to record, a lot of different features out there that we didn't have before. So if you want to upgrade, choose Buzzsprout. Follow the link in the show notes and let Buzzsprout know we sent you there. Gentlemen, this is the 100th time I've asked this question. What are we drinking this evening?
I want to go last.
You want to go last?
Yes.
I'll go first.
Mike will go first. Go ahead, Mike.
Since it's a special occasion,
Mm-hmm.
I went with my Old Smoky blended whiskey on the rocks.
Nice. There you go.
Elegant, classy.
On this elegant, auspicious occasion, yes. I decided that I was going to drink since this is our 100th episode, we're talking about great films, I'm going to drink my favorite drink, the drink of choice of Jimmy the Gent Conway and Goodfellas on the AFI list, the 7 and 7.
Very
Kevin?
nice. Well, gentlemen, a special occasion calls for a special alcohol. One I haven't even opened up yet. So,
oh wow, look at this.
Definitely deserve it.
Hey, you'll put your eye out.
I wanted to do this on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen who aren't watching, I have myself a lovely Prosecco Champagne. And I asked my wife if it was okay. And she said, just not, this one. And I said, sure. And I took it anyway. No, we're okay. We probably bought this for, I don't know, New Year's or something. All right, gentlemen, 100 years. Watch my eyes.
100 years.
Or 100 episodes. Here we go.
Hey!
All right.
And I'm the one wearing the tuxedo.
There's a hole in the roof now.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so I got this. I will have to text my wife to let her know it's been opened and that we're ready to begin. She'll come up and get her glass of bubbly. But definitely worth it, making it 100 episodes without killing each other.
I'm kind of upset that I didn't think of that.
Oh, that's all right.
I mean, I thought it a tuck, so
Yeah.
Every once in a while, a blind squirrel will find a nut. So
talking about our drinks right now, and Kevin decided that for the 100th episode, he would pop open a bottle of Prosecco Champagne. And he didn't kill himself with the cork on air.
Hey, I'm surprised he didn't break his iPad or whatever he's on. Big cracks coming through the screen.
It's our 100th episode. Kate, would you like to make your first on-screen appearance?
Officially, because I've seen her on screen before.
He said an official appearance, since he has seen you on screen before.
No.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, those of you listening, and if you're watching at home on YouTube, I'm trying to get my wife to come on camera for the first time, but she said no.
No.
She likes to be a voice in the gallery behind us, but not a face on the screen. Gentlemen, talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Mike, how about you do some history for us for a minute while I say goodbye to my wife here.
This day in film history.
History.
This day in film history, Films and Fermentation reach episode 100.
Woo! That's a first,
Also-
I think, Mike.
That's the first, yes, it's the first.
That is a first.
That's
Also, this day in film history, in 1930, the Motion Pictures Production Code is instituted, imposing strict guidelines on the treatment of
Megan
sex,
made her
crime,
on air debut.
Yeah, here.
Here you go. Now my wife's making her on debut.
Oh, Megan, come back.
Katie's making her on-screen
Megan,
debut
come
with the
back.
hood on as well. So
It's,
here we go.
It's,
we got wives. We got wives and hoods.
Wives and hoods.
Wives and
Boobs
hoods.
and hoes, wives and hoods.
Remember Mike.
Episodes, honey.
100.
100.
100.
They love you. I love you.
Let me know if you need
All
a
right.
refill.
Okay.
So where was I?
So Mike, you were talking about the Hays Code.
Yes, I was talking in 1930. The Motion Picture Production Code is instituted, imposing strict guidelines on the treatment of sex, crime, religion, and violence in the film for the next 38 years.
Yes,
Ooh.
going even into 1968 when the MPAA was instituted.
Yep.
In 1970, Midnight Cowboy won the Oscar for Best Picture. It's the only movie with an X rating to ever win the Oscar for Best Picture. Although by today's standards, it's probably barely PG-13.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, the Hays Code, man. Even before the Hays Code, there were actually films that had like some nudity in them in like the 20s and 30s. Just because this code hadn't been put into effect, the Motion Picture Production Code, also known as the Hays Code. What happened? What else happened, Mike?
In 1939, The Hound of the Baskervilles, the first of 14 films starring Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes and Nigel Bruce as Dr. Watson, is released.
Wow, 14 films. That's like, that's a franchise right there.
yeah.
It is.
That's amazing.
That's more than Harry Potter got.
He's done more films than any actor who's ever done James Bond.
He did.
What else happened,
And-
sir?
In 1983, Monty Python's The Meaning of Life is released in the U.S.
Not my favorite of the Monty Python films.
No, it's not
I mean,
bad.
it's
just
still
not
funny,
the
but
best.
I'm more of a
Life of Brian.
Life of Brian and
Holy
On the
Grail.
bright
Holy Grail fan,
side
yeah.
of life. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do.
Anything else happened this week, Mike?
Yes, in 1985, WrestleMania 1, Madison Square Garden, New York City. Hulk Hogan and Mr. T beat Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Yes. So, Mike and I are going to be watching WrestleMania this weekend. And
We are.
WrestleMania 1 is the only WrestleMania I did not see live. I have watched every WrestleMania since number 2.
Wow.
WrestleMania 1 I've only watched in archive footage.
I think
Which one was the one
WrestleMania-
with Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant?
That was
Right.
WrestleMania 3.
Mm.
So
Because
I've seen
one I
that,
think
yeah.
was on closed circuit. No,
WrestleMania 1 was closed circuit. Like you had to go to the Spectrum in Philadelphia to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then and then the second WrestleMania was the first pay-per-view one, and they did it in 3 separate cities. And so they had 3 different main events, and like there was the first one was in New York, and then there was one in Chicago, I think it was, and then one in LA. And Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy in the main event was the LA one. So, yeah, I've seen everyone except for the first one. I didn't see it because, like you said, it was closed circuit TV.
Wow. Hey guys, this is Adam Stark from Pitch This Podcast. Just wanted to say I saw your message. This is a big deal, big day, a momentous occasion, and quite the milestone. Congratulations on 10 episodes. 100. Oh, that's better. Good job, guys. Well done. Keep it up. Here's to many, many more. Love you. Have fun.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And I just want to wish Leo, Kevin, and Mike from the Fume and Fermentation Podcast a happy 100 episodes. Man, y'all fellas are killing it. And y'all already know I enjoy y'all show. I just want to say keep putting out amazing content. Y'all always showing me love. So this is my way of showing y'all love back. And just keep doing your thing. Y'all fellas killing it. I always enjoy your show. And yeah. So let's wish for 100 more episodes. So Leo, Kevin, Mike, happy 100 episode to the Film and Fermentation podcast.
Mike, you have a must-try beer or craft destination for us?
I have a craft destination for us today. Craft destination, Tennessee. The Wiseacre Brewing Company, 2783 Broad Avenue, Memphis. Founder Davin and Kellen Barshko claim the name of the brewery comes from the term of endearment that may or may not involve a scolding from the grandmother. Apart from the excitement, oh Jesus Christ, I can't read tonight. Had too much of my whiskey.
We've been celebrating. We've been pregame celebrating, folks.
Yeah. Apart from the excellent line of flavorful beers on tap at the cash-free tap room, bring your credit card, boys. Wiseacre offer tours, events, and a patio and a backyard for visitors and locals to relax and spend their time dining or sampling. Business event space is also available. If you haven't tried their amazing flagship American Pilsner Tiny Bomb, you're in for a treat.
All right. That makes me think, Kev, when we after we do Quaker Rage and some of the other beers we were talking about, we should make a beer called My Little Killing Machine.
Yes. It's going to have to be high on the ABV.
That is
Yes, it must
a
be.
inside joke.
Inside joke. Familial joke.
Very close to the chest. Familial inside joke.
Mm-hmm.
What's quickly becoming one of my favorite segments on our show, Synopsis According to Glip, brought to you by Newsly. Newsly isn't, Synopsis According to Glip, brought to you by Newsly. Newsly is an all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android that will read the news to you in a natural human voice. If you'd like to learn more, go to newsly.me. If you use the promo code ANDFERMENT, you will get the first month premium subscription for free. Stop scrolling, start listening. Newsly.me. So, according to Glip, last week we did our Tim Burton episode, which after re-listening to it was a lot of fun. That was a cool episode.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of joking on that about having to watch House of a Thousand Corpses, which we'll talk about again in a minute. The participants spoke about political meetings, results of the semifinals, variety pack of mixers, creation of the Air Force, reboots of Lego Batman, and the toughest day of the week. Nothing about Tim Burton, though, apparently.
No, not a thing. Not a thing.
So the political meeting was the pre-show. Kev, you and I were talking about school, I think.
That's right.
And then the semifinals, we were talking about the bracket that Jason and Kathy did on All Hallows Eve, and how we could have been watching Jaws or Zombieland, but we had to watch House of a Thousand Corpses.
The variety pack is what Kevin needs.
Yeah, Kevin was talking about they should sell a variety pack of mixer drinks.
I agree. Yep.
The Air Force thing was from the This Day in Film History stuff with Jimmy Stewart.
Yep.
I don't know where the reboot of Lego Batman came in, and I remember
No
talking
idea.
about Lego Batman, and I remember talking about rebooting things, but they got combined somehow.
I think it was probably talking about Tim Burton's Batman and then the other Batmans that have been done, and
Yeah, probably.
You know.
And then I had mentioned that Thursday is usually the toughest day of the week for me, which is why I so look forward to recording the podcast that night.
Mm-hmm.
At least it felt something for me, Glip, that it had to mention that for me. So speaking of House of a Thousand Corpses, I'd once again like to give a shout out and a thank you to Jason and Kathy of All Hallows Eve podcast for having us on as a guest last week to help them review the all-time classic Oscar-winning film, he says sarcastically, House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, we had a blast, guys.
We had a great time. If you haven't listened to that episode, folks, please go out there and find All Hallows Eve podcast. They are on all the major podcast networks. They're on Good Pod, Spotify, you name it, they're there. And listen to the episode that we guested on where we reviewed House of a Thousand Corpses. It's worth the time.
Yeah,
you should also
too.
yeah. You should also listen to episode 99 of our podcast, the Tim Burton podcast, because we do a little bit of talking about that crossover episode as well, and it gets a little out of hand. So, because I needed to cleanse my palate for House of a Thousand Corpses, I decided I needed to watch some other horror films this week, or at least suspense thrillers. And I thought about watching some things that I've seen before, but I was like, you know what? I need to watch some new stuff. Knock at the Cabin is now currently on Peacock streaming, so you can watch that for free.
Oh, really?
Peacock, yeah. If you have the Peacock streaming app, it is the M. Night Shyamalan film, starring Dave Bautista and Rupert Grint, among others. It is not an original story for Shyamalan. It's a adaptation of a book.
Uh-oh.
We lost Kevin. Kev.
We lost Kevin.
What? You lost me.
I lost your picture. There he is.
That was all fuzzy in the background.
That was all fuzzy in the background.
Whoa, sorry.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
It's kind of cool. It looks like a film choice. Still doing it. That's all right. Just leave it. There we go. Hey.
I'm back.
Anyway, Knock at the Cabin is not an M. Night Shyamalan original script. It was based on a novel called The Cabin at the End of the World. It's bleak, to say the least. Not as big a twist as you would expect from a Shyamalan film at the end, but still, it was a decent movie. It was worth it to watch Dave Bautista, who I have said before and I'll say it again, is the last wrestler turned actor that I predicted would have choices. And he has made some choices in his career, including this one, in which he plays a character that is the complete opposite of the Drax character he plays in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's subtle, he's quiet-spoken, he's intelligent, and he's like the leader of this group of people who are trying to stop the apocalypse. It's an intriguing movie. Not great, not one of Shyamalan's better ones recently, but it's worth it to see like Batista's performance and some of like the underlying messages and stuff.
But compared to a House of a Thousand Corpses, an Oscar nomination, right?
I would so on a scale of 1 to 10, it's definitely better than House of a Thousand Corpses. The other one I watched, been dying to see, Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear.
God bless
this,
America.
Of course, I watched by using other means, and wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And it was pretty fucking bonkers.
Everything you thought it was going to be.
It was everything I expected it to be. Like the title does not lie. It is about a bear on cocaine.
Well, yeah, I mean it's loosely based on a true story.
When you say loosely, it's really loosely based because the real bear died of an OD 5 minutes after snorting the cocaine. He did not go on a homicidal rampage like the one in this movie. Although the death scenes are, even though they're gory, they're funny because it's all because of this cocaine addicted bear. So it's like Ray Liotta is hardly in the movie at all. He's like in it for maybe 10 minutes, but he's pretty funny when you see him. The actor who played Han Solo in the Solo film, Ehrenreich or whatever, he's in it. He's in it. He actually plays Ray Liotta's son, who's trying to track down the cocaine that got lost in the woods. Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jackson, is in it as well. He is his like partner. They're sitting into the woods to try to find the cocaine that was lost.
Is Ray Liotta playing Henry Hill?
And something like that. He's a drug smuggler for the mob, yeah. And a lot of other like cameos and some fun performances by some actors you don't expect to see. And Kerry Russell is the star of the film. She's trying to find her daughter and her daughter's friend who decided to go off on the woods on their own and are now running from the cocaine bear. It is
Oh, Kerry Russell.
batshit.
boo-boo.
It is batshit crazy, but
No,
on a
that's not
scale
pretty
of
bad.
1 to 10, still better than House of a Thousand Corpses.
Hey, boo-boo.
Lee, I'm
You seen
growing
this
a little
shit?
concerned. You've been watching a lot of horror-based movies around bears. You know, from Winnie the Pooh, Blood
And
and
I did watch
Honey.
the Winnie the Pooh one. The Winnie the Pooh one sucked ass. It was a terrible movie. I would still watch that over a House of a Thousand Corpses. Just for the novelty of watching Winnie the Pooh kill people.
Leo's going to come back next week, and he said, "You know what? I thought I'd rewatch the
The Revenant, and then I'll watch
The
what's
Revenant.
that one? There's one from the '90s with Anthony Hopkins. I think it's called The Edge.
Yes.
I think there's a bear in that film too. And then I'll watch.
And then you'll round it off with The Great Outdoors.
Watch The Great Outdoors. I'll watch Tropic Thunder, where Ben Stiller kills a panda bear and then wears its head.
I found out by watching Mandalorian.
Yeah. Speaking of The Mandalorian, another good episode this week.
Another good episode.
Great episode.
Another really good episode this week.
Great episode.
I don't know why it's not doing well this season. I've really been enjoying it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I know who freed Moff Gideon. I think it's what's his face, Thrawn.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, probably.
My wife asked me the other day when we were watching if I knew who was playing the armorer. Do you know who it is?
Her name is I've seen her in other movies. She's like I think she's like a British actress or something.
She's British, yeah.
She played the darkness in Supernatural.
Yeah, she was Amora or Mara, whatever.
Amora,
her name
yeah.
is. Oh shit! I don't know what her name now. It's gonna bother me. Mandalorian. Yeah, she played God's sister in Supernatural. Her name is Emily Swallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a British actress. Yeah, she's. I like her a lot.
I do.
I really expected her helmet to be off at the end of that episode.
I did too.
The way everybody was like looking at them as they were walking, into the crowd of Mandalorians at the end of that episode. Spoiler for anybody out there who hasn't watched the latest episode of Mandalorian. Katie said she. Now you say it after you've given everything away.
Oopsie.
Did you notice the cameo aside from Zeb?
Yeah, I knew Zeb was there. Zeb was awesome.
Yeah, so like aside from him, 3 previous directors of The Mandalorian were all sitting at the bar, including Dave Filoni, and you can tell it's him because he's got his cowboy hat on. Yeah,
I didn't see that in the background. I wasn't watching.
Yeah, if you watch it, like they pan across the 3 of them as they pan in on Zeb.
That's because Dave was actually in an episode as one of those pilots.
Mm-hmm. He was in 2 episodes, actually. He was one of the X-Wing pilots. All right. We are going to be going to our main segment in a moment, but we're going to take a short break to let you hear some promos from our friends at Today We Laughed and Learned and All Hallows Eve.
Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Deb.
And we host a pretty fun podcast called Today We Laughed and Learned. You know, this is where we discuss all the things we should have learned, but, well, never did. And we have quite a few laughs along the way.
Today We Laughed and Learned with Chris and Deb.
We're curious about everything. Experts on nothing.
Come find us wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello, Spooklings.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Kathy.
And we're the hosts of the weekly podcast, All Hallows Eve Podcast.
We are a husband and wife duo with a passion for anything spooky, macabre, and true crime, sprinkled with our own twist of comedy.
We explore topics such as the history of Halloween, the Butcher of Plainfield, Hocus Pocus 2, urban legends, superstitions, and more.
So come join us as we go down the rabbit hole that is All Hallows Eve Podcast.
Listen and follow us at allhallowsevepodcast.com or your favorite podcast provider.
Stay spooky, my friends.
Hey, you have 4 fucking scratch patches. Stop scratching my furniture.
All right. We are back from our short break to bring to you our main segment this evening. Since this is our 100th episode, we decided to take a look at the 100 years of 100 movies on the AFI website. That's the American Film Institute. The last time the American Film Institute has updated their list of 100 greatest movies was 2008.
Wow.
So it's
They've
been a
been
while.
slacking.
Yeah, I think they update it. I want to say they update it like every 20 years or so. I think so. It's probably or so. I don't know.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's been a while. The most recent movie added to the 100 years of movies is the Lord of the Ring: Fellowship of the Ring in 2001. So there's obviously room to add some more.
I didn't even see that on the list.
Yeah, it's number.
They do have a updated list, Mike.
Yeah, there's an updated. Like if you go on the list, there's an updated one. Yeah. It
Okay,
says,
so I'm
click on the 2008 list. So yeah, it's the 10th anniversary edition list you're looking for. Because the first one came out in 1998.
Well, I wonder, since you said the last one came out in 2008, and the movie added was done in 2001. Does that mean there hasn't been, or there wasn't anything worth putting on the list from 2001 to 2008?
Not that there wasn't anything worth putting on the list, but they just have not updated the lists in a while.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like we'll take a look at the list as it is, and then we can give our opinion about some movies that should definitely be added. Because I feel like if you're going to add Fellowship of the Rings, then Return to the King should probably be on there as well. But then there's definitely some other movies in the last 20 years or so, 15 years, whatever it is, that we could probably add to this.
House of a Thousand Corpses.
House of a Thousand Corpses, yeah, that should get number 1,000 on the list of 100 greatest movies. Number one on the list, and now the three of us went through this list earlier, and we tried to pick out how many movies we have actually seen. We'll let you, the listener, guess. Who do you think among the three of us has seen the most movies? If you know
it's me.
If you know anything about our show and have listened to it in the past, it's the one guy who has no life.
Wait a second. All three of us don't have lives. You just choose to, fill yours with movies.
I fill my life up with movies. So of the 100 movies on the AFI film list, I have seen 79.
Wow.
I'm going through the updated list right now. So
I have seen 43 on the updated list. So I didn't even make it to half.
Yeah, I think
there's a lot I want to see.
There's a lot of like really older films on there too. But I've seen, there's a lot of films that I've seen. So like it's not all just me like watching movies all the time. Like I took a lot of like film classes in college and like film studies and things like that. So I've seen a lot of movies through that. And then some of the other ones are ones that I've just seen on my own because I love movies so much. Number one on the AFI Film Institute list is number one all the time. Like I don't think it's ever lost its spot at number one on this list.
There's just no topping it.
Yeah, it's Citizen Kane from 1941. This is what I'll say about the American Film Institute list that I really like is they can give a flying fuck about the Oscars. So Citizen Kane lost the Oscar for Best Picture to what's that John Ford film, Mike? It's How Green Is My Valley or something like that.
How Green Is My Valley, yep.
So it lost the Oscar to How Green Was My Valley in 1941. That's not on the list, but Citizen Kane is. So is Saving Private Ryan's on the list, and it lost the Best Picture Oscar to Shakespeare in Love, which is not on the list. So if there's one thing I like about the AFI 100 is they were like, fuck the Oscars. We know what movies we like. Now, whether or not Citizen Kane should still be number one on this list is highly debatable. I mean, at this point, I know there's probably a lot of people who have never seen Citizen Kane. I know, Kev has never seen it. I've seen it maybe once.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I think I've seen it once, and it was probably in one of those film analysis classes that I took. Is it a great film? Yes. Was it a daring film for its time. Yes, it was. It's a satire of the most powerful media mogul in the country at that time. Should it be number one? Probably not anymore. I feel like there's probably other movies that can either move up the list now or replace it at some point. Should it still be on the list? Yes, definitely. It should still be on the list, but not. I don't think it should be number one anymore. So you can make the argument that the second film on the list could be number one, a film that we have talked about extensively on the 50th anniversary episode, The Godfather in 1972.
Just so you guys know, I just did the new list, and I'm at 44.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, you and Kev are in the same neighborhood, and I live on the outskirts of it.
He lives in the posh portion of the place. Yeah.
Yes. So yes, I live in Society Hill.
Pinky up.
Well, you're the one drinking champagne, so what could I say?
And I'm almost done the bottle.
You off tomorrow?
Off tomorrow. Half day. I got to meet with parents.
Bring a bottle of Prosecco to school with you.
That's right.
Definitely to be hungover for that.
Number 3 on the list, Casablanca, 1942.
Which was number 2 on the earlier list.
Number 2 on the earlier list. Yeah, so there's been some changes. Why The Godfather is number 2 all of a sudden, I don't know, but yeah, Casablanca, number 3. Either of you guys seen Casablanca?
Yes.
No. Though I should.
It is one of the ones that I
talked about it a couple episodes ago. It was one of mine that we talked about. What episode was that?
I think we were talking about quotes, like Miss heard quotes.
No, it wasn't that one.
The Mandela effect.
Yeah, because this is one of those movies that
the Marcel
is highly misquoted.
Yes.
It's a Humphrey Bogart classic.
Yeah.
Another one I don't think won the Best Picture Oscar the year it came out.
Raging Bull?
No, Casablanca.
Oh.
I think this one lost the Best Picture Oscar that year too. Raging Bull also lost the Best Picture Oscar to Ordinary People. So Raging Bull is number 4 on the list. A movie that lost the Best Picture Oscar to Ordinary People, which is not on the list.
Wait, is Ordinary People the one with
Timothy
Danny
Hutton,
DeVito, and Bette Midler?
No.
I think that's something, people. That's Ruthless People.
Ruthless People, yes. Ordinary People is I think Robert Redford's in the film, and Timothy Hutton. Timothy Hutton plays a teenager who commits suicide.
Ooh.
And it's about the family's struggles to understand what happened and all that. He won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for that film and was the youngest actor to win that award at the time. But still, I think Raging Bull is a better movie. Probably should have been the best picture that year. Did win an Oscar for De Niro for Best Actor in 1980. Have either of you seen Raging Bull?
I have not.
We are doing great on this list right now.
Well, I'm good on the next thread, though. I'm good on the next.
At least I have seen the top 4 movies. Singing in the Rain, number 5.
Singing in the Rain. I've seen Singing in the Rain.
You know, if we went back to the old list, I had 3 of the top 5.
Well, we're not doing the old list, Mike. So
Singing in the Rain.
Someone out of the top 5.
Gene Kelly and Debbie Reynolds and Donald O'Connor. Donald Connor or Donald O'Connor?
Donald O'Connor. So this movie was tainted for me, though, after I watched The Clockwork Orange. And the main character sings this song while raping a woman. Yeah.
That'll do
I've seen Singing in the Rain, so that's 5 in a row that I've seen so far. Number 6, 1939. Gone,
my dear Leo, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, Gone with the Wind, 1939.
I have seen this one.
Yes,
that is 2.
That is 6 in a row for me.
This was one of my mother's favorite movies, one of my mother's favorite books. My father bought her a special edition. It was very nice.
Originally I thought we were going to talk about these movies, but now it's sort of becoming like a competition. Like
Well, you've already won the
I
competition.
already won the competition, but it's going to be like how many in a row now? That's the question. Number 7, Lawrence of Arabia, 1962.
I've wanted to watch this one, but haven't had a chance to do it yet.
No.
That's 7 in a row for me. Number 8.
I can see you doing the top 10, no problem.
1993, Schindler's List, number 8.
Yes, I've seen that one.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you've all seen that one. I have 2. That's 8 in a row for me. We talked about Schindler's List exclusively on our Valentine's Day episode, the most depressing movies ever made. Number 9 is a Alfred Hitchcock classic, 1958, Vertigo.
Nope.
That is 9 in a row for me. That's
nope.
Vertigo is a
Did
great
Vertigo
film.
have Cary Grant?
Cary Grant, and he's got vertigo, and it's like a murder mystery story. It's got a real great twist ending at the end. No, it's Jimmy Stewart, I think.
Jimmy Stewart.
It's Jimmy Stewart. Vertigo, yeah. And real great twist ending at the end. It was parodied by Mel Brooks in the film High Anxiety.
Yes,
that's right. Mm-hmm.
Number 10, 1939's The Wizard of Oz.
Never seen it. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Excuse me. You hit no. I believe you hadn't seen it because he hid down the hallway when the witch showed up.
I know, I hid it, but I would hide in the hallway when the witch showed up.
Guess what, guys? That is 10 in a row for me that I have seen.
Woo, pin a rose on your nose.
Well, I've seen 5 of the top 10.
I've seen
number 11.
Top 10. Mm-hmm.
This is where it starts getting challenging when you get to these like older films. Number 11 is 1931's City Lights.
Charlie Chaplin, no, quiet, silent movie.
City Lights, a Charlie Chaplin silent film about a dewy-eyed tramp, as he was known, the tramp, Charlie Chaplin, who falls in love with a blind flower girl. And tries to get the money in a number of different ways in order to raise money to help her out.
You know, the only reason why she went blind was because she was staring at the city lights.
Yeah.
That's where the title came from.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Starring Charlie Chaplin, written by Charlie Chaplin, and directed by Charlie Chaplin.
And themed by Leo Cinetti.
And guess what? That's 11 in a row for me.
A little less sympathy for that flower girl, though.
Yeah, I saw City Lights again in one of those film analysis study classes that I had in college. So it's not one that I've seen regularly or have seen since I saw it in college. I have seen number 12 a couple times.
Hold on. Hey, Lee?
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin? I'm going to say 18 is where you're going to get your downfall.
Okay. We'll see. I'm not going to scroll down because I don't remember like off the top of my head. But we'll see what happens. Number 12 is The Searchers, 1956. I know Mike has seen this one.
Oh yes! Oh hell yeah!
It's a John Wayne film. He definitely saw
John Wayne, Jeffrey Hunter. Oh yeah.
Is this the one where they take the tilt-a-whirl car and change it into a spaceship?
No,
that's not it. No, never mind. My bad.
So I have seen The Searchers as well. So that's 12 in a row for me.
Mm-hmm.
I hope to God all three of us have seen number 13 on the list, 1977 Star Wars.
Should I point to the stuff behind me?
It sounds familiar.
Mike can point to all the shit on the wall behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I can point to like the shit on the wall behind me in my room.
And
here,
I
all
can't
my Star
do
Wars
dick
stuff.
because this is my wife's office.
All my stuff, yeah.
So yes, I've seen Star Wars.
So Star Wars, that's 13 in a row for me. Number 14, 1960, another Hitchcock classic, Psycho.
Yes.
Yes, I have seen that as well. That's 14 in a row for me.
Yep, I've seen that as well. Very good.
We actually talked about that on our jump scare episode because it's one of those films, early films to utilize the jump scare.
Do you feel this was Anthony Perkins' peak? Because you really
yes.
Nothing after this guy.
Yeah, I made a run of.
So he did Psycho. He did a adaptation of Les Miserables back in the 70s, a non-musical version of it. But other than that, I don't know anything else he was in other than Psycho 2 and Psycho 3.
Now, coming to number 15 gives me a 4 in a row. I'm going 4 in a row here.
Woo!
Me.
4 in a row at number 15. That's
Woo!
2001, A Space Odyssey, 1968. Again, another AFI fuck the Oscars nomination because 2001 lost the Best Picture Oscar in 1968.
And Star Wars was even nominated. What are you talking about?
Star Wars was nominated for Best Picture. It lost to Annie Hall, which is not on the list.
It used to be on the list. Though,
Used to be on the list, but not on the updated one. Psycho. I gotta look this up because, or not Psycho. I'm sorry. What I say was
2001: Space Odyssey.
I want to see the 1968 Oscars because I'm curious to see what it lost to. I don't remember.
So I watched this not too long ago, and it was too fucking trippy for me.
Yeah,
it was.
Oh,
it
it's,
really was. Like
I
got to a certain point, and then it was like, what the fuck's going on?
It's what do you call that? An acquired
Cooper?
taste. It's an acquired taste.
Well, Annie Hall is on the list. It's down here at number 35.
Oh, okay. I thought it was it fell off the list at some point. I'm trying to find the Oscar winners here. For 19, so I'd have to go to 1969 to find out what won from 1968. So let's see here. Best Picture. Oh, nope, I got the wrong year. Hold up. I gotta go back to 1968. This is riveting listening for everybody out there right now.
Yeah, it is, really.
So let's see here. Best Picture nomination 1968 was... Oh, no, I had the right year. It didn't get nominated at all for Best Picture. So in 1969, when Space Odyssey would have been eligible for Best Picture, it won for Best Special Effects, but was not even nominated for Best Picture. That year was Romeo and Juliet, and that's the Zeffirelli version. Rachel, The Lion in Winter, Funny Girl.
That was a good movie.
Lion in Winter is an excellent fucking
Excellent movie.
Funny Girl, and the Best Picture that year was the musical Oliver. That right there is a robbery, because if you're not going to have 2001: A Space Odyssey on your list, fucking Lion in Winter should have won the Best Picture that year.
No shit.
All right, so that was 15 in a row for me. Number 16 is Sunset Boulevard, 1950.
No. So I know I've probably seen this. I think I have, but I didn't feel confident enough to select it. I know the basis of the movie. I know it's an aging film star and a man who she's infatuated with, and how he ends up narrating from, beyond.
Yeah. So, yes, I have seen this as well. That's 16 in a row for me. This has that whole, it's not the...
it's the pictures that got small.
Yeah, it's not me or something like that. It's the pictures that got small or something like that. I think it's on that quote list that I was going to look at later. The Graduate, 1967, is number 17 on this list. Plastics. Yeah. Miss Robinson, are you trying to seduce me? Would you like me to seduce you? Is that what you're trying to say? So,
Here's to you,
Dustin Hoffman,
Mrs.
classic.
Robinson.
Yeah, I only remember from that movie. Now, this is a movie I've seen, so that's 17 in a row. All I remember, though, from the last time I seen it was how often they play "Are You Going to Scarborough Fair?" I mean, that's like a constant reminder in that film that they're going to play that at some point. So Mike says, Mike says that number 18
may be your downfall.
Maybe
number
my
20
downfall.
Definitely is. So
number 18 is a film from 1926 called The General. What do you think, Mike? You think this is my downfall?
I think it is.
You think
I've never heard of
downfall? The General with Buster Keaton.
Well, it was directed by Buster Keaton. It doesn't look like he started it, though.
No, he was in it. It's a Buster Keaton film. It's a silent film. Mike? Congratulations, you ended my streak. I have not seen The General. Now you got to figure that's 1926. I saw 17 in a row, including a movie from 1931. So
Yes.
stretching a little bit that I didn't see this one. It was 1926.
Well, we knew you weren't going to get 20 because number 20 is your downfall after that.
Yeah, that one really fucked me over, number 20. So I could have started the streak again with number 19 because I have seen number 19 on the Waterfront, 1954.
I have not.
With Marlon Brando.
I have not.
It's a really good film. Really, really good film.
It's on
Is
my
this
list
where
to
he
watch.
could have been a contender?
It's the one where he could have been a contender.
Could have been somebody.
Could have been
But
somebody.
Number 20 on the list would have
I've
fucked
seen
my
it.
streak
I've
anyway.
seen it. It is a good Christmas classic. Yeah.
Do you guys want to explain
seen
this
it.
one since it's my downfall?
It is the original what life would have been, and this was the start of all the little spin-off TV series and movies of, somebody wishes for something thinking life would have been better either for them or for somebody else if they were just never around, and then somebody magically shows them how their life would have changed if things were different, and kind of goes down a different path from there.
And that film is?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes, the film that I have notoriously never seen and refused to.
I've seen it.
I like it.
1947 Oscars, the Best Picture nominees. It's a Wonderful Life, Henry V, The Best Years of Our Lives, The Razor's Edge, and The Yearling. Now tell me, did It's a Wonderful Life win the Oscar for Best Picture that year?
No.
No, The Best Years of Our Lives did. I couldn't tell you anything about that film. I know if that film's on the AFI 100 list, I didn't see that one. Let's see. Can we get a new streak going here with number 21, Chinatown, 1974? Yeah, I saw
I did
that
see
one.
it. Mm-hmm.
I have not seen it.
That is a
Nice.
Jack Nicholson classic.
Yes.
It is. I haven't seen it yet.
It's a very noir, LA noir.
She's my daughter. She's my sister and my daughter.
Okay.
Forget about it, Jake. It's Chinatown.
Chinatown.
Guys, we're only 21 in, and I kicked it.
And you kicked it.
I think I'm going to need another bottle of champagne.
I think I need a bigger bottle.
Mm.
Number
Ain't got there
22, Some Like It Hot, 1959.
Yes.
Marilyn
I've seen
Monroe
this one.
classic.
Tony Curtis, Marilyn
Tony
Monroe.
Curtis, Jack
John
Lemmon.
Lennon?
Jack Lemmon. John Lennon.
No, not John Lennon. I knew it was, yeah.
That'd be
there we
interesting
go.
casting.
It would be.
John Lennon.
No, I
Jack,
have not seen
Jack
that one
Lemmon. Some Like It Hot. Great film.
Mm-hmm.
You got that great last scene where
Nobody's perfect.
Jack Lemmon takes off the wig and he's like, I'm a man. And the guy's like, well, nobody's perfect. Grapes of Wrath, 1940.
Nope.
Henry Fonda, John Ford classic. Just a John Ford film. You never saw it?
Not this one. Nope.
Well, I have.
This was a Hemingway novel?
Grapes
Yes,
of
it was a
Wrath
Hemingway
was Faulkner.
Faulkner.
Yeah.
William Faulkner. So we got Chinatown, Something Like a Hot Grapes. That's 3 in a row for me now, so I'm getting back on the streak again. Which is going to continue with number 24, E.T. Please tell me
Yeah,
you've
that's
seen this.
easy.
Yes, I love this movie. It's one of my childhood, just
Did you ever hear
memories.
the story of the sequel to this?
No.
The sequel?
There was originally, Spielberg was originally considering making a sequel to it, and the sequel would have been the Earth was invaded by a race that were at opposition with E.T.'s race. And E.T. would return with his people to help defend the Earth against the other aliens.
The stormtroopers.
Yeah, but he decided against it because he thought that it would damage the reputation of the original film, which was this, big-hearted
The
family
original
film.
was such a childhood innocence kind of movie.
One of the first alien films where the alien wasn't trying to kill us.
Right.
Number 25, 1962 is To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes.
Yes.
I am. Oh, what was the actor's name who played Atticus?
That was
Gregory Peck.
Gregory Peck.
Gregory Peck. Don't touch me. Gregory Peck. Yes. Very good. And Boo Radley.
Boo Radley.
Played by...
Screen debut of Robert Duvall
Mhm.
in a non-speaking role. Great film. I love To Kill a Mockingbird. It's one of the ones that like I would show in class, and even though it's a black and white film, and the kids tend to hate black and white films, they love To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Number 26, 1939, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, another Jimmy Stewart film.
I have not seen this one.
Guess what, guys? My streak is broken again. I have not seen this film either.
I think you just don't like Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, I haven't seen as many Jimmy Stewart films as you would think, considering I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life. Number 27, 1952's High Noon.
I have not.
Film.
This sounds like a Western.
It is a Western, yes. I have not seen this one either.
And I've not seen
it. 2 in a row I haven't seen.
Wow.
What? Because then you get to All About Eve in 1950. Betty Davis.
She's got Betty Davis.
I have not seen All About Eve.
I have not either.
No. That's 3 in a row, Lee?
It's 3 in a row. That's 4 in a row because I've never seen Double Indemnity either. 1944.
Neither have I.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 in a row. But then I did see Apocalypse Now in 1979, number 30 on the list.
I have too.
I have seen The Maltese Falcon, number 31 on the list. I've definitely seen The Godfather Part 2, number 32 on the list.
I've not seen 31.
I have not seen any of the ones up until 32.
I've definitely seen one.
You've never seen Apocalypse Now?
I've never seen Apocalypse Now. No. I want to watch the redo, which I think is 5.5 hours long. Yeah.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory.
Yes.
Number 34, Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. I've seen that.
Yes.
Oh, did we jump over One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
I said that I have seen that one, so I don't know about you.
Oh, I have seen that one too.
So I'm back on a streak now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row, or 6 in a row that I've seen because
You're
number
trying to fly
35.
through this now.
Number 35, Annie Hall. I've seen.
No.
No.
Number 36, 1957's The Bridge Over the River Kwai. I've seen that.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
It won Sir Alec Guinness his Oscar for Best Actor.
So naturally, he moved into Star Wars.
Yes. 1946, The Best Years of Our Lives, the movie that beat It's a Wonderful Life, is the best picture that year.
Nope.
I have not seen this one, so that breaks my streak right there. Yeah, I'm kind of flying through these now because there's 100 of these. I don't want to stop and talk about all of them. I just want to kind of play around with this and see like what we've seen. Treasure of the Sierra Madre. Come on, Mike.
Nope.
Oh, how have you not
Never
seen
heard of it?
Badges? We don't need no badges. How about number 39's Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb?
Recently, actually.
I actually just rewatched it recently.
I've still not watched it yet.
Oh,
it's very
entertaining.
entertaining.
It's pretty good. Very entertaining. Can't fight here, gentlemen. This is the War Room. Number 40, The Sound of Music.
Yes.
With the sound of music.
No, my dear.
A female dear. Number 41, the original King Kong, 1933 with Fay Ray. I've seen this. It's I mean, it's obviously way outdated now considering the special effects and shit, but it's still fun to watch.
I think I've seen every version of King Kong, the original, the one with Jessica Lange and
and Jeff
why
Bridges.
can't I think of Jeff Bridges?
Yeah, that's a stinker, that one.
The Peter Jackson, and the one more recently with Samuel L. Jackson and Brie Larson and wasn't Loki in that too? Wasn't that Tom Hiddleston? I think so. King Kong Skull Island.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think, I was like, what the fuck movie were they in that wasn't like the Avengers? Yeah, it's Kong Skull
And
Island.
that was the launch of the Monster.
The Monster Universe thing, right? Because then they do like Godzilla versus King Kong and shit after that.
Yes.
1967, number 42 on the list, Bonnie and Clyde.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen that one. Midnight Cowboy, number 43.
No.
I've seen that one. That's 3 in a row for me. The Philadelphia Story, 1940.
Yes, just recently.
Seen that one. 4 in a row, 5 in a row, 4 in a row, 5 in a row for me, right? No, wait, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row for me. Shane, 1953.
Yes.
No.
Yes, 8 in a row for me. It Happened One Night.
No.
No.
That one stops my streak.
I'd probably watch it though. It's a Frank Capra.
I think you would like it. It's Clark Gable. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I'd like it.
1951's Streetcar Named Desire is number 47 on the list.
No.
Stella! I've seen this one. Rear Window. That's another Alfred Hitchcock film.
Yes,
I've seen that.
And
one.
this is a Jimmy Stewart one.
That's a Jimmy Stewart one. I've seen that one.
This is the one with the binoculars, the peeping Tom one.
Intolerance, 1916. Now, I'm going to say this is going to break the streak because even I have not seen films that early in the fucking century. 1916. I believe we've all seen number 50 on the list, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yes.
I'm slightly familiar with it, yeah.
Number 51, West Side Story.
No.
Yep.
You've never seen West Side Story? Wow.
Oh, dude, Natalie Wood.
You should check it out, man. Did you see the remake one that Steven Spielberg did?
Not yet.
Watch the original one and then watch the remake.
They're both very good.
They're both very good, but there's something, kind of, I don't know, about the original one that just makes it so much better. Number 52, Taxi Driver.
No.
I have seen that one. De Niro. If De Niro's in it, I probably saw it. 51, 52, I've got Deer Hunter. Speaking of De Niro. Seen that one. MASH, number 54.
Yes.
I've seen that one. North by Northwest, number 55, another Alfred Hitchcock film.
No.
I just realized for a director who's never won an Oscar criminally, he is on this list a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Number 56, Jaws.
Yes. I think I'm going to need a bigger boat.
Number 57, Rocky.
Yes.
Yes.
They take away your Philadelphia card if you haven't
Yeah, they
seen
do. Yeah. I have never seen The Gold Rush in 1925. I don't even know what that is. That's a Charlie Chaplin film.
Yeah, no. Nope.
Nashville, number 59.
Never heard of it.
That's a Robert Altman film. I've never seen this one. Duck Soup, 1933. That is the Marx Brothers. I love the Marx Brothers.
Never saw Duck Soup.
I've never seen Sullivan's Travels, number 61.
Nope.
American Graffiti, number 62.
Yes.
No.
Cabaret, 63.
No.
Network, 64.
Yes.
No.
The African Queen, 65.
Yes.
No.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, 66.
Yes.
I have not said anything because those last five I've seen all of them. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
No.
I have not seen that one either. I am not I'm not up to date on my Elizabeth Taylor films.
Richard Burton too.
Number 68, Unforgiven. I
know, but I
love this movie. It's a great fucking movie. It's one of my favorites. 1982's Tootsie is number 69 on the list.
Yes.
Yes, I love Tootsie.
That's a great movie.
Yeah. Clockwork Orange, number 70, another great movie that I've seen.
No.
Saving Private Ryan, number 71.
Yes.
No.
It's a great movie.
You've
72.
never seen Saving Private Ryan?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think, Mike, you don't watch a lot of like army films, right? Like military films.
Older ones like John Wayne's, but nothing.
I think we should have a sit down. I think we should have a sit down with Mike and watch this, and have tissues ready because we're all going to cry our eyes out.
I mean, Mike was in the military and has seen some shit, so I don't know if it's
right. No, and I get
the
that,
reason that you don't want to or no. I think you probably
the concept of the movie bothered me.
It bothered you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It pays off though. Like there's a good payoff to it.
Yeah.
The Shawshank Redemption, number 72 on the list.
Leo, I don't think you've seen this.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I've seen anything on this list, I have seen the Shawshank Redemption.
I have seen this movie 100 times.
Yes, I have seen this movie more than the total number of movies on the list that I've seen.
I think I'm coming up on my biggest run yet.
Yes,
so.
this is. I have a good run here too. So starting with Unforgiven, that's 6 in a row. Silence of the Lambs, number 74, that's 7 in a row for me.
Yeah.
Heat of the Night, number 75, that's 8 in a row for me.
Never seen Heat of the Night.
76, Forrest Gump.
Yep.
That's me as well. 77, All the President's Men.
No.
Yep.
That's another one for me.
That was
Modern Times,
that was my
number
6 in a row
78.
right there.
What's that?
That was my 6 in a row right there.
Yeah, like that. So my streak stops with Modern Times with Charlie Chaplin. I haven't seen that one. I've never seen The Wild Bunch.
No.
I want to see The Wild Bunch. I haven't got down and watched it.
I felt like that's one you might have seen because it's a Western that's pretty famous.
Yeah, I just haven't got. Yeah.
The Apartment, 1960s, number 80 on the list. That's a Jack Lemmon
Nope.
film. I've seen that one.
Nope.
Spartacus, I've seen that one, number 81.
Yes.
No.
I have not seen Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
1927. Jesus Christ.
Assuming it's a silent film. Titanic. I think a few.
I
people
think
might
this
have
was
seen
a
that one.
small
Yeah.
independent movie.
Small independent film. Yeah, it was a
I think there was
documentary.
enough. I think there was enough room on that door for you.
There's always enough room on that damn door.
Number 84, Easy Rider.
No.
No.
Night at the Opera. It's another Marx Brothers film.
Yes.
I love Night at the Opera. Is great. I might watch that tonight.
That's a good movie.
Platoon, number 86.
No.
Yes.
12 Angry Men, number 87.
I've never seen Platoon.
See, so what we got to do is a military swap.
Yes.
We got to get Mike to sit down and watch Saving Private Ryan with us, and then Kevin to watch Platoon with me and Mike.
I will let you guys choose between Platoon and Apocalypse Now. I do either
Let's
one
just
of
have
those
a whole day of just watching military films.
Why not? Yeah, I'm all up for it.
We could do that.
And we'll end it with Dunkirk.
I like that movie. That was
Watch
good.
that too.
Dunkirk was awesome.
Mhm.
Number 87, 12 Angry Men.
Yes.
88, Bringing Up Baby. We know Kevin's seen
Yes.
this one. We talked about it
I've
recently.
seen that one.
89, The Sixth Sense.
Yep.
I haven't seen a twist ending like that since Sixth Sense.
Damn.
Yes.
I didn't expect that. I haven't expected to twist ending like that since Sixth Sense.
I just like the guy's so confused at the
I
end
don't
of the
know what
video.
I
He's
was
trying to
expecting,
slide.
but it
He's trying to
wasn't
slide open a swinging door. Swing Time, number 90. That's another. That's a Fred Astaire film. I've never seen.
Yeah.
it.
No, I've not
Sophie's
seen that.
Ginger
Choice.
Rogers, Fred Astaire.
Sophie's
No.
Choice, number
No.
91. It's a movie I wish I've never seen because it is fucking depressing.
Mm.
I've heard of
Goodfellas,
it,
number
never watched
92.
Yes.
Yes.
I think Goodfellas, if they redo the list, Goodfellas needs to go a little higher.
Okay.
Do you know what Goodfellas lost the Oscar to that year?
Hmm.
Dances
90?
with Wolves.
90. Oh my. Well, that ruled the roost that year.
Yeah, but I don't
That
even,
won everything.
have we come across Dances with Wolves on this list?
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I
there
think
you go.
this may be the first time we've actually even said the name of that movie
Yeah.
on our podcast in the 100 episodes.
It was actually on the old list.
It was.
Dancing with
So
Wolves,
it's
yeah.
dropped off the list, but Goodfellas stayed on, and that did not win the Oscar that year. French Connection, number 93.
No.
No.
It's a good movie. Very good movie. Pulp Fiction, 94.
Yes.
The Last Picture Show, 1971.
No.
It is worth it to see a very, very young Sybil Shepherd.
Sybil
who is
Shepherd?
amazingly hot in this
Mhm.
film. Jeff Bridges, very young Jeff Bridges. Number 96, Do the Right Thing.
Yeah, I saw it.
No.
Blade Runner, 1982, number 97 on the list.
Yes.
Number 98 on the
Yes.
list, I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. Yankee Doodle Dandy.
No.
I have seen that, yes. I actually think of all James Cagney's films, I probably would have placed White Heat on here before Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Probably.
Toy Story, number 99. It's the only animated
Yes.
film on this list, isn't it?
Mhm.
No. Snow White.
No? Oh, Snow White.
Oh,
you're
Snow
right.
White and Snow White.
Mhm.
You know what's not on this list? All right, I'm going to add my first movie to the AFI 100. Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
That should be on here.
Yes.
And then Ben-Hur rounds out the list at number 100.
You know the Ten Commandments
Mhm.
isn't on here?
I know the Ten Commandments isn't on here. I know. I think
Wasn't
that
also
might have been on the original
DW?
list.
Now,
Wasn't
on the original list, there is one that I saw that's not on this list. And you
Mhm.
guys were probably very shocked that I saw it.
Okay.
Dr. Trivago.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
Not
saw it
that-
in school.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm not that shocked. That's probably there's a lot of movies I've probably seen in school as well. So
I saw it
No,
in
I
high
didn't-
school
I
for my
didn't see
Wars
that.
and Russian culture class.
after
Hmm.
going through the list one more time, since I did this list yesterday, my score is the same. I have seen 79 of the 100 movies on the 10th anniversary list.
Let's went through it again. When we went through it, I'm at 45.
Yeah.
I'm at 42 still, I think. No, 43. Sorry, 43.
So I think we could do this, kind of briefly here. Is there any films that have popped into your head that you
So-
think should be on the list that weren't on there?
I don't think they should be on the list, and I was shocked to see it on the initial list when I looked earlier in the week. But I guess I kind of get it. The Birth of a Nation, that was on the list, and
That
I
was
was
on
like,
the original
wow.
list.
You know, that was on
Yeah.
the original list, and I was
And
kind
that's
of
one
shocked
like
that made
I
it.
understand, like, if you're talking about the history of films, it's one of the earliest, like, I guess you call box office successes.
Mhm.
It's one of the first like feature length films. But really, when you think about it, the movie is about the rise of the Ku Klux Klan,
Yeah.
and I mean they're looked at as like heroes in the film,
Yeah.
and it does not stand the test of time. I can see
No.
why it was on the list the first time around, because from the history of cinema standpoint, it was a groundbreaking film. But from a content standpoint, yes, should not be on the list anymore.
No.
There
So I'm
there are
glad it
two
was
more.
removed.
They were on the original list. I'm surprised they're no longer on the list.
hmm
Patton
Yes, Patton
Okay. Yeah.
not on the
and
list
My
anymore.
Fair Lady.
You know what else was
Yeah.
on the you know what else was on the original list? Was the original Frankenstein, 1931.
Yep.
That was on the original list.
Yeah.
So now, if I had to add some to the list, though, I'm trying to think. Like,
After Queen.
I think The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight would go on.
You can argue
I
should be
would
on the
think-
list somewhere.
I would think Black Panther, just for what it's done for the industry, just for women and in general.
Thinking about
I
like
was thinking Jurassic Park.
yeah, I think you could
Kind
argue
of
that
groundbreaking
because
with,
it's a groundbreaking film. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like so like if the last time they updated was 2008.
So Jurassic Park should have been on there by then.
Yeah, Jurassic Park could have been on there by then, but then like in Dark Knight came out in 2008. You had No Country for Old Men in 2007. There Will Be Blood in 2007. $1 Million Baby. These are all movies that won Best Picture Oscars. Get Out,
Avatar.
the Jordan Peele horror film Get Out that came out a few years ago could be. I think you could argue could be on there.
If it
Mhm.
won
You could
the
probably,
Oscar,
you
it
could
won't
probably
make
argue that Avatar should be on there.
You could
I
argue.
think
I
you
wouldn't
argue
want it, but
just
you know.
from a standpoint. But I don't. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of enough of a fan of it to say that. But here's
Mhm.
one that I think definitely needs to be on this list. Back to the Future.
Yes.
Why it's not on the list in the first place, I'll never understand. But I think that's
Mm-mm.
one that definitely should be on there.
Because the boy tries to fuck his mom.
Yeah, it's a very
No, the
Oedipal.
mom kind of fucked the boy.
It's a very Oedipal, Greek tragedy. The Matrix.
Yeah.
You want to talk about groundbreaking cinema?
Yeah. Original story too.
Another animated film probably should be on there is The Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I mean, there's a lot of movies you can argue for this. It's hard to like say like what should really be on here,
I'd love for some of our listeners to chime in and throw some movies out there.
I would love to hear that. I think I'll put that out there as a question after I publish the episode.
Well, I don't think they should get rid of like all the older movies, but there's a lot of Alfred Hitchcock on here.
I'm sure you can probably move a few of those down the list or off the list if you needed to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing something on this website I'm looking at now. Somebody suggested Groundhog's Day. I love Groundhog's Day. I don't know if it's a good enough movie.
It's not an AFI
maybe
movie.
the AFI top
movie.
250
Yeah.
somewhere. So let's real briefly, I'll run through a few of these. These are the 100 years, 100 movie quotes. I'll say the quote, you give me the film. Even if you haven't seen the film, I think you can still get a lot of these quotes. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Gone with the Wind.
The Wind.
Gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Godfather.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender.
On the waterfront.
Could have been somebody instead of a bum. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, yeah.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Casablanca.
All right, Mr. Tamil, I am ready for my close-up.
Sunset Boulevard.
Very good. May the force be with you, always.
Star Wars.
Annie Hall.
Annie Hall.
This is from All About Eve. I've never seen All About Eve, but I know this quote. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Bumpy ride. Mm-hmm.
You're talking to me?
Taxi driver.
And you know what I like about the 100 quotes list too is some of these movies aren't on the 100 best films list. It's just quotes that are so like iconic.
I just clicked on the AFI lists.
Mhm.
There's a lot of 100 lists here.
Yeah, there's a lot. They have like the 100 heroes and villains and like a bunch of different lists like that.
Song.
What
movie
we've
quotes.
got here is failure and to
Yeah,
communicate.
to communicate. That's that prison movie.
Paul Newman.
Yes, I know.
Shit. He eats
So-
the eggs.
Luke.
Yeah, Cool Hand.
Cool Hands Luke.
Cool
Cool
Hand
Hand
Luke.
Luke.
Love the smell of napalm in the morning. Smells like victory.
Apocalypse Now.
This is probably the worst quote I've ever heard, but it's on this list, and it's because it's such a well-known quote, but it's so fucking ridiculous. Love means never having to say you're sorry. It's from the film Love Story.
Oh.
The dumbest quote I've ever heard. Phone home.
And it's untrue.
Yeah, exactly. Phone home.
Oh, E.T.
See,
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
but Heat of the Night.
Heat of the Night. Rosebud.
Oh, Citizen Kane.
I'm as mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Network.
Network, very good. Lewis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Casablanca.
That's Casablanca again, yeah.
A census taker tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Silence of the Lambs.
I think that was on the old list. It's
Yeah.
not on this list.
Silence of the Lambs should be on the fucking list.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the old list.
I thought it was on this list. I could have sworn it was like towards the top somewhere. Thought I remember reading it. I don't know.
I don't know. Give us more quotes and I'll look.
Oh, this is a hard one. Bond, James Bond.
Oh, James Bond.
Which one?
Every fucking James Bond movie ever.
Movie.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. Silence of the Lambs was number 74 on the list.
I was gonna say I was pretty sure we came across it. Oh, here's that Sunset Boulevard quote,
Yeah.
Dev. I am big. It's the pictures that
Pictures
got
that
small.
got small. Yes.
Show me the money.
Jerry Maguire.
Weird.
Definitely not on
Not
the
on the
list.
list.
Should not be on the Should not be on the list.
Well, this is just quotes. This isn't film.
No.
What should
I'm just
One
no,
should
but
be on
I'm
the
just
list.
checking.
The movie should not be on the list.
I'm walking here.
Midnight Cowboy.
Great thing about that quote, it wasn't in the script. It was ad-libbed by Dustin Hoffman because the taxi that drove into the scene and almost hit him was a real
Mhm.
taxi driver who didn't realize it was a closed set and almost actually ran over Dustin Hoffman. So he basically like yelled at the guy in character. Here is one of the most misquoted quotes of all time. Play it, Sam. Play as time goes by.
Casablanca.
Yes, which most people believe it's play it again, Sam, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
He
You
also
can't
says he
handle
can
the
play
truth.
A Few
Good
Good
Man.
Yeah. Who's going to
That makes
protect him?
sense.
You, Weinberg.
Men.
You need me on my wall. You want me on that
You
wall.
want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. I'll have what she's having.
Harry
Hey,
Met Sally.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Jaws.
I'll be back.
Terminator.
Mhm.
Today, I consider myself, the luckiest man on the face of the earth. That is the pride of the Yankees. It's the story of Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig.
Died of Lou Gehrig's disease. I don't know how the fuck you didn't see
Yes.
that coming. If you build it, he will come.
A Field of Dreams, yeah.
Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates.
Forrest Gump.
Who are you? I'm Bonnie. He's Clyde. We rob banks.
Bonnie and Clyde. That was Baker Boys. Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to skip a few that we've done already. I see dead people.
Sixth Sense.
That's yeah.
Mhm. We already did Well Nobody's Perfect. That's some like it's hot, like it hot. Houston, we have a
Vision of
problem.
Crime? Oh, Apollo 13.
13. That should probably be on the fucking list.
Maybe.
Arguable, yeah. You got to ask
Is
yourself
there's
one
no
question.
crying in baseball in there?
What's that?
Is there
No crying in
there's no
baseball? That should be on that list.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is, number 54 on the list. There's no crying in baseball. Yeah, great quote, but not my favorite quote from League of Their Own. My favorite quote is, "Anybody ever tell you you look like a penis with a little hat on?"
Avoid the clap,
Hey,
Jimmy
Jimmy
Dugan.
Dugan.
That's good advice.
Good advice.
No, you know it's a better quote from that film. In all seriousness,
What?
when she says it just got too hard, and he goes, "It's supposed to be hard. The hard is what makes it
That's what-
great.
Great.
If it was
yeah.
easy, everybody would do it." That's a great
Yeah.
freaking line. You got to ask yourself one question: do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Dirty
Oh,
Harry.
Dirty Harry.
Harry.
Yeah.
You had me at hello.
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire again.
Here's a great Marx Brothers quote from Animal Crackers. "One morning, I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I'll never know."
That's a good one. One I like better is he's having dinner with somebody, and she goes, "You should have met me. Isn't it better that I'm having dinner with her and thinking of you, and having dinner with you and thinking about her?"
Yeah. There's one where I think it's Night at the Opera, maybe. I don't remember, but he's hugging this woman, and she's like, "Hold me closer, closer. And he's like, "Hold you any closer, I'll be behind you."
I'll be back.
I'll be back here. A boy's best friend is his mother.
That's Psycho.
Yep. Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
Wall Street.
God is my witness, I'll never go hungry again.
Gone with the Wind.
And
Yep. Say hello to my little friend.
Scarface.
yes.
Gentlemen, you can't fight here. This is the war room.
Not Dr.
Strangelove.
Chicago. Dr. Strangelove.
Strangelove.
Yeah. Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
Casablanca.
Yeah.
Casablanca.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape.
Planet of the Apes.
Here's Johnny.
Shining.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
They're here.
Poltergeist.
Very
Poltergeist.
good.
Yes.
Yeah. No wire hangers.
Ooh.
Mama Dearest.
Mama Dearest, yeah.
Mother of mercy, is this the end of Rico? That's Little Caesar with Edward G. Robinson.
I was going to say Napoleon Dynamite.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Terminator 2.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal. I can't do that.
2001, The Space Odyssey.
Shirley, you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Airplane.
I love that Airplane got on the list of top quotes.
I love it.
Hold on. I'm gonna skip a few because there's another really good one on here somewhere. My precious.
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Rings.
Oh, here it is. I got it. It's a Cinderella story out of nowhere. Former groundskeeper now.
Caddyshack.
Champion. It's like a mirror. Oh, it's in the hole. It's in the hole. I got a need for speed.
Top Gun.
Carpe diem. Seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary.
Dead Poet Society.
Here's a movie that you can argue should be on the list.
True.
Best movies. I'll get you your little docu we did already.
Wizard
and
of Oz.
Here's the last one I got for you. Since it is our 100th episode, I'm the king of the world.
Oh, Dr. Zhivago.
Yeah, Dr. Zhivago.
I've seen Dr. Zhivago, but I can't tell you a quote for the fucking movie.
Love means never having to say
you're
you're
sorry.
To the
Fuck
Russian
you.
government.
I heard a quote the other day that I think should be on this list. I rewatched Misery recently with Kathy Bates and James Caan. Speaking of being on like a hard trip.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a line she says in it that I was like, holy fuck, I forgot about that line, but that's so hilarious. She's trying to remember the name of the Sistine Chapel. And she says to James Caan, she goes, what was the name of that ceiling that Dago painted? And I thought to myself, wow, that's amazing.
I'm sorry. Every time I think of that movie, all I can think about is the wooden block,
the hobbling
the hammer, and it just gives me the chills.
Yeah. I watched
She's
Dolores
amazing in
Claiborne
the
the other
Kathy
night.
Bates.
She's
Yeah.
amazing in that movie. Yes. Oh my
That
gosh,
movie was
she's
scarier than House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh hell
Yeah.
yeah.
But I heard that quote and I was like, boy, I'm glad I'm Italian, or you know, I can use that word. Mike, you have any beer trivia or beer history for us this evening?
Some beer history for you boys. Many early cultures, particularly in Africa and South America, did not separate grain hulls from beer before it was consumed. Instead, they filtered out most of the solids by drinking beer with straws.
Mm.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm probably drank a beer or two in my life with a straw.
I want to say I
But there
saw
was
in an
probably no
episode
salad
of,
and stuff in there.
I want to say I saw in an episode of Cheers once that somebody had said to Norm, "You can get drunk faster if you drink beer through a straw," and that's how he started doing it. You know.
I don't know if I had drank that vegetable juice beer with a straw, I probably would have threw my shit up because there was solid stuff at the bottom of that bottle.
Not
It
to
had
ruin
sediment.
it. Did you watch The Masked Singer this week, Lee?
I have not watched it yet. No.
I won't say anything.
Yeah, don't spoil it for me. So let's revisit our drinks. So I drank a 7 and 7. It's a classic for a classic. Mike is downing the rest of his old smoky whiskey.
Oh, it was empty already.
Which I can attest to is an excellent whiskey. And Kevin finished a bottle of champagne.
Bottle of champagne.
A whole bottle of prosecco.
Yeah, -1, and it's 11% alcohol by volume.
I think that's the first time
good.
any of us have ever had champagne on this show. We are almost. It's almost like we're fucking classy or something.
Pinkies up, gentlemen. Pinkies up.
Pinkies up, boys. Pinkies up. Put your Texas on.
Beer, champagne,
whiskey.
Yeah,
I've had a lot of vermouth-based drinks that I was disappointed with.
Have you done wine, Lee? You've done wine, haven't you?
Yeah, Lee.
I drank a whole bottle of wine on the show a couple times. When I drank the 19% alcohol by volume bottle of wine, and I was fucked.
That he was.
That I was. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight for the monumental 100th episode of Films and Fermentation. That's it for us, folks. We're done with the show. We're never doing another episode, so I'm glad you joined us on this journey.
Series finale.
April Fools.
April Fools.
We'll be back with another episode next week. So we hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast as much as we enjoyed recording it for you. Thanks again to All Hallows Eve for having us on their podcast last week. And thanks again to all of those people out there who sent us some recorded congratulations messages for our 100th episode. We appreciate the support. We appreciate your kind words. And we will return the favor somehow or some way sometime later on. So thank you again. And thank you to everybody else out there who's been listening to us for the last, God, was it 3+ years that we've been doing this now? Yeah. Five seasons, 100 episodes. It's been a lot of fun, and we're going to keep doing it. Don't forget, you can drop us an email, filmsandfermentation@gmail.com, or visit linktree.com/filmsandfermentation for all of our social media and podcast links. You can go to Patreon if you'd like to support the show, or if you'd like to buy some merchandise, you can visit teespring.com and go to the Films and Fermentation storefronts. Don't forget to stop by the crossroads between pickled and fermented next week as we bring you episode 101. Easter is coming up soon, and so we are doing a special Easter episode. It is going to be the best Easter eggs in films. If you don't know what an Easter egg is, it is a hidden part of a film, something that the director or the writer, something hid in a picture that you have to try to find. So we're going to be talking about some of the best Easter eggs for our Easter episode next week, episode 101.
I mean, a lot of Disney movies because they do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of. I remember
Marvel Star Wars.
I remember when I first came up with the idea. I did a little.
Yeah, Disney.
Yeah, when I first came up with the idea, I did a little prelim research on it. And there's a lot of fun ones out there, so we'll have some fun with that episode. So thanks again for joining us, everybody. I'm Leo.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Mike.
Here's to 100 more. Cheers, folks.
Cheers.
Hello, everybody. Let me ask you a question. When you were a kid, did you ever wonder what teachers talked about in the teacher's lounge?
You probably didn't miss much. It's usually boring stuff like grading papers, lesson planning, and then figuring out the new train schedule.
Train schedule?
Well, I teach in the city.
But sometimes, at one of the not-so-cool tables in the back of the teacher's lounge, you might find us, the Fandalorians, teachers by day, nerds by night.
My name is Mr. Richardson, and by day, Mr. McDonald, Mr. G, and I teach and inspire America's youth.
But by night, we debate, discuss, and argue about all things in the pop culture universe on our podcast.
We discuss all the biggest pop culture topics in the world, like Ozark, Stranger Things, The Marvelous Miss Maisel, Marvel, Star Wars, Top Gun Maverick, The Old Man, Bridgerton, you name it, we'll probably discuss it.
You guys watch Bridgerton?
Yo, season 1 of Bridgerton was awesome. You don't know what you're missing. Since we are teachers, you will always get a ton of background information about our topics and original teacher-themed segments, like our pop culture morning announcements, building meetings, and post-observation reviews of shows and movies. Oh, and arguing. You'll get lots of disagreements and arguing, like way more than I'm comfortable with.
You can find us wherever you listen to your podcasts. Just search for The Fandalorians, Teachers by Day, Nerds by Night.
Then join us every Monday as we look into the current state of fandom and pop culture.
Hey, look, the bell's about to ring. We need to head to the buses. Hopefully we'll see you guys soon.
Well, I mean, they're not going to see us because this is a podcast.
I know.
But they can't even see us when you think about it, so they won't see us either.
Oh my God, you know what I meant. It wasn't literal. Just ring the bell. Ring the bell.
The Fandalorians, Teachers by Day, Nerds by Night. I hope you listen and subscribe to us soon.
I hate you guys.